Yeah, for sure. Anambra State is rising. Anambra State is rising. And we must discuss on that. For those that are not aware of, Anambra is a state in the eastern Nigeria, West Africa. And this state has been in the doldrum of development. But finally, it seems that the shackles are off, and the state is beginning to rise. And people says the dry bone, which was Anambra State, is now rising, and is rising, and is rising. And totally, the state that was regarded as the light of the nation is actually coming up. And the people think that the Dubai is surely coming. And I don't know what you make of it, but we are going to be discussing all that. Stay tuned. Yes, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. I must commend all of you for those that have been appreciating what we do in this channel. Remember, this is an interactive session, and we do, give it back to back. And we do iron things, making sure that you get the best. And our main objective of this channel is the promotion of our homeland, making sure that our homeland is livable and a prosperous homeland, fit for purpose, the best in this 21st century, and making it a livable and not just livable, but a destination, a final destination, not a departure point, quoting from Professor C.C. Soludo, the executive governor of Anambra State. So you might, by the time you watch this video, you notice that the president of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is visiting Oka, Anambra State to commission for some of the projects executed in Anambra State, Nigeria. And this will basically will be the first official visit in commissioning project by the federal government. Some people might be saying, why wasting money bringing a president of Nigeria to Anambra State who has not actually done much in Anambra State? But I must tell you that these are all politics. Remember, the election is coming in November 8th, 2025. And this election, there are a lot of fears that the APC-led administration that is trying to turn Nigeria like a monarch or a one-party state might do what they are known for election manipulations, as you saw in the last election in Edo State and many other states. And the coercion through many means of many politicians to join in one house, so that the people has no choice anymore, so that they will continue messing up the country and no opposition, so that people will continue to be in darkness, no light, nothing. Nobody will ask what is happening, so that the president can also, go anywhere he wants. If he want to stay in France for 2-3 months, he will stay. Nobody will ask questions. But I tell you, the Anambra State governor noticed that. So he's trying to play a clever politics by showing that he's part of progressive. And remember, his party is called APUGA, All Progressive Grand Alliance. And this is one of the oldest party in Nigeria at the moment, even older than APC. But because of the shenanigans of manipulation and all those things, they would have been controlling more states. But they only control Anambra State out of the 36 states. But this is not what we are discussing at the moment. What we are talking about, the good news that Anambra is finally rising. It tends to have challenges in environment. What I mean environment, not just erosion, but the streets are very dirty. No efforts are aggressively made to tidy up the street, make it to look like a 21st century cities. The environment, as you know, has been a mess. But it seems that they start painting some places, although some people are saying, the critics are saying that the paintings on dirty streets doesn't augur well. Some of the places with sandowns, unswept roads, muddy gutters, smelly gutters, and the paint goes nearby. People say this is absurd. But just the beginning. Rome was not built in a day. And we must agree that before you start a building, you must start from the foundation. But it's good to do a proper job. The governor and the government of Anambra State needs serious environmental policy and implementers. They need a serious commissioner of environment and a person that can be in the street, not the one that will come out in the airports and the street trying to see as if he's walking on the street, that is in the street, because the president of the country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is visiting the state. He needs somebody that will be taking street by street, road by road, neighborhood by neighborhood, village to towns, taking them, that in 6 months, you will come in and said, what a transformation. So the governor need to go to the drawing board. He need to appoint a street man that will tidy up the environment. And he also need somebody that can motivate those lazy local government chairman or mayors to rise to the occasion. So that we have the clean streets, clean neighborhoods, and our markets, like the Ochanja market that is still dirty. Main market, most of our streets are very dirty. They need to do something about that. But remember, Anambra is rising. For sure, we need our street to have massive trees, massive trees. It's not a rocket science to plant trees, but it depends on who is in charge. If the governor is sincere, he must admit that we lack trees. Remember, some time ago, somebody talked about in this, I said it in this channel, that Onitsha Metro need at least to strike the bottom, to strike the surface, 30 million trees. And you say, what? 30 million trees? That you're hearing it from here. That's exactly what is needed to actually save the environment. But is the government doing anything on that? Not really. They still, taking it like what they did before in security. Oh, everything is fine, Anambra is secure, blah, 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 until things get out of hand and they have to rise. We don't want that to happen in our homeland because we want the best of our homeland. The homeland must be the best. And you agree with me that Dubai did not start how we are starting. They were determined to change the narrative, and the result was emphatic. And I'm telling you, somebody was asking me the other day, he said, it seems that you are so passionate. I hope if your governor will commission you, consider you. I said, give me the environment 6 months. If you get into Onitsha and do not notice that something has happened, I think you can jail me. And the guy said, I know, because the passion in which you speak and the passion you do your things, it seems that you are really fit for that. But I said, in Nigeria, they don't consider people like me because they think I am nobody. But remember, I am the son of the wonderful. And I believe with your support, our homeland will be the best. But the good news is that the Anambra State is rising. The 34 years of doldrum, development, economic and political doldrum or social doldrum of not having a fit-for-purpose government house, a fit-for-purpose street that can be used for the Nollywood. I'm telling you, finally, the Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo whether you like him or not, is beginning to push Anambra to rise like the morning sun. I do believe when you watch this video, as the sun appears, as the sun sets, as the sun comes out, so is Anambra rising. And you have a role to play. Be one of those voices in the wilderness that is crying, let Anambra rise again. The dry bones, I tell you, must surely rise. And that dry bone is Anambra, was Anambra, and is still Anambra, but is going to rise from the shackles of maladministrations of the past and the delays and lack of proper infrastructure. He will rise, but you must insist that he must rise. And you must do something. It's not just talking, but you must do something. Remember, we all have a role to play in this. I'm telling you, I have a role, you have a role. It's not just about the governor or the politicians. You leave the politicians, in another 50 years, they will still telling you, oh, I'm going to build this road, I'm going to put electricity. So you continue in darkness. But if you come out and said, we want this so time and so time, it will be done. If you say you want all the streets in Onitsha to be done, it will be done. You see Soludo come up. He will do it. It's not about money. It's about determination and vision to do the streets in Onitsha. All of them. It's not about money. Some people, the politician will try to deceive you by saying, oh, it costs a lot, we don't have the money. But we have the people. How come the people are building houses in many plots in Onitsha? There's no space anywhere. Think about how much it costs to build those houses. So a government must have a policy to also do their own to motivate those people in partnership to do all the street roads. If they can build a 4-story building, 2-story building, nice duplexes, they can do the road in the streets. In each of the plots, maybe 100 feet, they can do that. A person that can build a house can also build the street. That's what we are talking about. You might be liking how we are talking. Some of you might not like how we're talking. But we are not lambdas to any political group or political exposed persons. We are here for the good of the land. And I do believe that Anibo must surely rise. Anambra must surely rise. Forget about the charlatans. Forget about the riffraffs who think that our land will be a harbinger of evil and bad news. Who have been spreading news, bad news. Who have ndị nke na-egbu ndị mmadụ na-ebukọsị ndị mmadụ. Ndị nke ji mkpụrụ mmiri wee na-emebisi ndị be anyị. Ụbọchị aga adịla ha mma because the Anambra is rising. That's the good news. And I use this opportunity to welcome President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Anambra State. And I tell him, look, we are suffered. Look at Onitsha Enugu Expressway. For almost 20 years, every government is coming, oh, we are building Onitsha Enugu Expressway. Can't we have a sense of responsibility that we are all Nigerians? The president has to do something now. For 3 years now also, look at what has been happening. This road is not up to, it's not more than 100 kilometers, but it has taken them 20 years. It has never been completed. So let's think about that this Nigeria we're holding down today will not continue like that. A word is enough for the wise. Let us make hay while the sun shines. Remember to like, share, and comment. I am so Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Have a wonderful time wherever you are, and God bless you. Bye. That's Anambra, not Dubai. That's Anambra State, Nigeria.